If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level. With their tees and tanks for men and women, they also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com.
Hey ladies, Sass Pants Designs will take that rock shirt that everyone has and make it your own in a flattering, sassy, and simple way. There are one-of-a-kind tank tops, lace-up tees, and tube top dresses already in stock. Check out the online store at sasspantsdesigns.com and like Sass Pants Designs on Facebook for special offers and custom orders. That's sasspantsdesigns.com. sasspantsdesigns.com. Sass Pants will make you the envy of the party.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Yes, Courtney, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. And hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and as always, good to be seen. My name is Izzy Presley, and welcome to another fucking podcast. Back after a 1-week hiatus. I had shit to do. I got shit to do tonight, but fuck it, I'm here. Because, you know, this is also shit to do. We gotta do shit. Joining me in studio is the one and only Lionfist, Adam Roorda. Is it Roorda?
Roorda, like lion roars.
Oh, yeah. Hence, that's where the fist comes from. Lion fist. I get it. See how quick I am?
Yep.
Hold on. I got it. Get a fucking airflow going in here, or I'm going to start smelling, and we don't want that. But then again, you're not a hot chick, so I don't fucking care. All right, cool. So it is good to be back. Make sure you check out all of the social media, facebook.com/another effing podcast, and of course my personal page, which is Izzy Presley 1 on Facebook. Find out everything I am doing entertainment-wise, including this. Like this Wednesday night, Soundcheck Live. You've been to Soundcheck Live a couple times.
Many times.
Many times. It is a fun show. If you have never heard of it, if you're not in L.A. or you're coming to L.A., you should come down every Wednesday night. No cover. It is an all-star jam. Huge names that come down. Christ, even in just our resident band, we have Glenn Sobel from the Alice Cooper Band. Ferlazzo does an amazing job putting this whole thing together. He plays with Avril Lavigne. We had Stu Hamm as our resident bass player last week. I mean, the guy's iconic. I mean, that's the kind of players we get down there. It's absolutely amazing. So come down. If you're ever in town, check out Soundcheck Live. It is at Lucky Strike Live on Hollywood and Highland every Wednesday night. No cover. And amazing, amazing entertainment. Check out the Twitter page because I am on my quest for 1 million followers. Currently at about 1,809. So I'm getting there.
It's a good start.
I'm close. It's just, I can smell it. Or maybe that's just my ass. I don't know. It's Izzy_Presley. It's at Izzy_Presley on Twitter. Of course, Instagram. You can see all the fucking food I eat. And all the times I'm drinking Jack Daniels. Because Jack Daniels is a glorious, glorious thing. I love it so good. Oh, I love that sweet depression juice. What else do we got? Oh, yes, if you are listening live on Spreaker right now on your laptop, you can go to your fucking phone and you can download the Spreaker app so you can get this live. You're not at home. You're in your car. Oh, shit, Izzy's on. You'll find out. And, boom, hit play. There you go. Or, download afterwards on Spreaker or on iTunes as well. So we got all of that going for us, which is nice. Also, check out, you heard, of course, you heard the couple ads at the beginning of the show. There's a couple companies I don't have ads for yet, so I still have to stick with the live reads. Check out A&P Productions, and I'm going to get to the other one a little bit later. My killer amplifier. A&P Productions Laser Engraving Division. Check this shit out. He's making all this stuff for me. I got a flask that's got my logo on it. Those pictures are up. And we are going to do... oh, Jesus. That sounded empty. Got a fucking lighter. Is that fucking badass?
That's an understatement.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So, what we're going to be doing, they're not available yet, but they will. It's going to be called the Roadie Pack. It's going to have the flask, the Zippo, a flashlight that's got the logo on it, and bottle openers. You know, perfect for what a roadie needs when us musicians need alcohol. You know, and a little flashlight so we can see the alcohol that we're drinking, I guess.
Got to see what's going on.
Exactly. Absolutely. So, I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting. Holy shit, we got somebody jumping in already. Look at this. Saw the pics. Looks sweet. Of course they do. Scott, are you going to order them when it's ready? Because we got to get on that shit. So Lionfist is in studio. Man that I've known for, how many years?
It's been right about 3 or 4.
3 or 4. It's like right before, I think it was right before I moved out here.
Yeah.
Mutual friend Adam Muskowitz got us all hooked up, and there's a whole bunch of talk and stuff that we can't even talk about it right now. But all right, Scott, that's what I like to hear. He is going to be ordering the Roadie Pack when they are available. Oz, got that, buddy? He is also the founder and owner and CEO and all that good shit of iFluxy. That's it.
That's
iFluxy,
right.
iFluxy. It's a media company. He does like live video podcasting, and you do graphic design and all that kind of stuff.
The whole 9 yards. Really, when it comes to iFluxy, it's all about distribution in the end and hosting. But we are creating an app that is both for desktop and for the phone.
Okay.
And we are going to be distributing kind of just like Spreaker, but next level, doing a lot of live stream video and also doing a lot of podcasting live like this. It's going to cater a lot to the networks, and we're going to have a lot of social interaction, a few functions that Spreaker doesn't have, a few functions that a lot of these apps and I guess websites out there really don't have at this point.
Right.
And we're really just trying to step the game up and bring professional substance to the podcasting realm, and then also bring it to the listeners' ears a lot easier.
Right.
One of the big things we're actually working on, we've already built the algorithm for, and I'm okay with sharing this at this point, is the discovery function.
Okay.
So it's going to operate similar to your discovery apps. If we listen to Pandora or Spotify, that's one of the functions that's been missing from the podcast realm and the live stream realm as well. So we're going to create a discovery function where people can go on, just kind of look around at different genres and let a playlist play sections, and they get to choose whether they want to listen to the full podcast or not.
You know, it's like you see, you look at Podcast One, for instance, and we're going to get really deep into a lot of this in a little bit, because I have a lot of stuff I need to bitch about, too, at the same time.
Good.
Before we get into that. But, yeah, I mean, look at Podcast One, which the show should be on. Thank you very much. But it's like they're just, like, collecting, like, a whole just shitload of famous people and giving them podcasts, you know? And it's like, well, I mean, Snooki has a podcast. I mean, Snooki. What does Snooki have to say? Have you listened to Snooki's podcast? I have not.
Well, that's one of the big things that we're working on here is also syndication and coaching on how to do a proper show, kind of like radio. And we want to have a professional format all across the board. Our people that are going to be featured are going to be more in the side of career podcasters, not people that are just personalities, and that's all they're riding on.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, you look at, Corolla is like the king.
He has content, though.
Yeah, he has content, and he has a lot of fucking podcasts. He's doing like 7 different fucking shows. You know, I mean, he's the reason I got into this. You know, I always said I'm like Eddie Trunk and Adam Carolla, except I'm not as knowledgeable or funny. You know,
Well, you tried there.
I tried. I tried. I really do. But I mean, before we get into all that stuff, though, I think we already did. But oh my God, my week. This is my weekend, I should say. So, fucking Saturday, I get this letter that I'm holding right here. Partially my fault, but partially not my fault. Last summer, I get this fix-it ticket. $25 fix-it ticket. Cop was just pulling me over to see if I was drinking. You know, I was working. I was driving Lyft. I had a fucking headlight out, so the guy pulls me over, right?
Right.
I'm like, all right, cool. Snooki needs to help the douches on how to deal with VD. Well, that's a good point. It's usually all you need is a shot. I know. It's been a long time.
Why do I doubt that?
You shouldn't doubt. Well, that's been a long time.
Well, I mean, I guess I can doubt that.
Yeah, you should doubt that. I was saying it's been a long time since I've had VD. I had to.
That's the part, yeah.
Yeah, that's the part. Yeah, that's the part. Yeah. That test for gonorrhea is not fun, by the way. Q-tip, penis. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. So I got this fix-it ticket, and it was due. I think they gave me 3 months to pay it, but you have to go down there and show them that the headlight is replaced. It's so stupid. You just it's a headlight. Of course, you just switch a fucking bulb out, whatever. So I didn't have time when it was due, so I extended it end of January, and end of January I'm in the middle of moving in here into this new place here in Burbank, and then I had the cruises coming up, and I forgot about it. I spaced it off. Well, I didn't change my address until like a couple weeks ago, and apparently, because I didn't go in and get that taken care of, there was a court date that I didn't find out about.
Ooh.
So I missed the court date. I had stopped back at my old place and just seeing if there's any mail for me. And these fucking pricks, they threw out all my fucking mail, including I had got this is the one that pissed me off the most. Is my fucking Dollar Shave Club showed up, and somebody took them. They all right, cool razors. And I saw the empty fucking box in the. It's like, oh come on, really? Well, I never got the letter saying you have a court date.
Ouch.
So I missed a court date. So now my $25 fix-it ticket is $750 due in 10 days from the 21st. So that would make it Thursday?
Here comes another court date.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. I went on to the DMV site or the court site or whatever, and there's nothing I can do on there because it was sent to a collections agency, which added another fucking $300 on there. So the missing the court date, which I didn't know about, that added what $300 some fucking dollars on there. And then sending it to these guys added another it's $350 fucking dollars. It's $750 now. It's like, fucking really? For a $25 fix-it ticket?
And that hurts.
Yeah. So if you would like to buy a t-shirt, that link is up. The link is up. You can buy the Drunken Summit t-shirts and act a tribute to Ace Frehley t-shirts right now. If you look at the page, look at this the post that I made. That link is in there, so you can go buy t-shirts. And if I get like 70 people to buy them, I think I should be good. That'd be nice. If I could sell 70 t-shirts in 2 days, that would be awesome. That'd be fucking great.
Let's get you to sell a couple hundred. In a few
days.
Let's get it done.
Yeah, that's what I like. A couple hundred, because then I get more money on top of, just the money to pay off this fucking fine.
That way you don't have to wear your seatbelt anymore.
Right. So then yesterday I'm working, and I'm driving my stupid Prius. It's a fucking glorified golf cart, these things are. I just have it for driving Lyft and Uber,
Makes sense.
Makes sense, It's a lot better gas mileage than the fucking BMW, which I still own. And I'm not spending $200 a month on oil because of the goddamn oil leak in there. So I'm like, all right, so I was driving during the day, and I got fed up with fucking traffic because you know how awesome traffic is here.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing. Even on a Sunday at 5 o'clock, you can't fucking get anywhere. It's just fucking ridiculous. That's why I always drive at night. That's why I drive overnight. You have to deal with drunks and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. So I'm like, well, fuck this. I want pizza. So I pull into this place down the road called Dino's, and I turned in a little sharp, so to speak, and I hit the curb. Guess what happened? I blew a fucking tire.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't even know what to say. So there I am. I go in. I order my pizza. And while I'm waiting for the pizza, me goes out and changes a tire, which I haven't done in years, but I had to man up and do it myself. Thinking, all right, cool. I'll get this fucking thing changed. I'll eat my pizza, and I'll go back to work. Well, unlike the BMW, it has a donut. It doesn't have a fucking normal fucking tire in there. It's just like it's the rule of the Munson. If you can get Munson, you will get Munson. It's like one thing after another. So what do you got next? Come on, Jazz, give it to me. What's next, Fist? What are you gonna do to me?
We're good. Don't
we're
worry.
good.
I've
All
had
right,
that
we're
same
good.
kind of week.
We're good. Yeah. Really, what happened to you? Let's talk about this.
Oh man, if I had $1 for every
therapy
single
session, therapy session. Let's go.
Well, some of it I can't really disclose. A lot of the
That's fine.
family-oriented stuff,
Yeah,
a lot of the personal stuff. But when you're starting a business like the one I am, especially one that's on the edge of disruptive, you're going to be running into issues constantly. And one of the big things that I had this week was I was dealing with a partner. Who was
business partner, not
yeah.
Right? Okay, cool.
Yeah, business partner,
not anal partner.
Who was coming on board and had everything lined up and was really one of the key factors in getting me a certain investor that I was speaking with. And we're talking substantial amounts of cash. We're not talking $5,000-$6,000. We're talking exponential amounts.
I would sell my liver for fucking $5,000 or $6,000 right now.
Right, and that's basically why this week ended up this way and why I'm explaining this. So I've got this partner on board, and one of the key players involved, because this was a company that was partnering up, one of the key players involved decided to go ahead and start getting an ego. And got himself pushed out of the company, and I got a nice email saying that he was pushed out of the company, and he was one of the key reasons I was going to end up getting the getting the money from the investors.
An ego in Los Angeles?
Oh no, it never happens. He wasn't even in Los Angeles.
Really?
This guy is in Green Bay and works remotely. So.
Well, okay, this is the deal. You're a Midwesterner. You're an Iwegian. You know what people from Green Bay are like.
Well, yeah.
I mean, look. I mean, the Great Babu is. Oh yeah, I'm glad that cracks you up, Lori. I'm glad my fucking misery is hilarious to you. Thank you so much. That, my friend, is worth the Pat Fontaine laugh.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You can't hear that, but it's funny. I don't know if you've ever listened to the show. You've heard the Pat Fontaine laugh.
I have.
Yeah. All right, cool. You get it. And the Great Babu used to be on the show all the fucking time, and he may end up living in Green Bay now, which is even more hilarious. But just dealing with Packer fan, because they are the most egotistical, brash fucking people when it comes to football, at least. But now I can see this guy's in Green Bay. He's got an ego. He must be a fucking Packer fan because I know how they roll.
Yeah, he's a Packer fan.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Of course he is. All right, so what else? What's next?
What else? Well, like I was saying, there's a lot in there that I'm really not even going to share with anybody.
Oh, I can understand that.
I do actually have a situation that was almost identical with the tire blowout. I had instead of a tire blowout, though, my engine decided to start misfiring.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, almost worse. Actually, it is.
Almost. Well, did you find out?
In this case, it is.
Did you find out what it was?
Well, it's I've had an issue with it for a little while where it would come and go, and I've had it checked out. The big issue is in the header, and it's a manufacturing issue. But I missed the recall on it.
Oh no!
So it's like a $3,500 fix there too.
Oh no! See, the Bimmer was doing that, but it was just the fucking cylinder thing that you put the fucking plug in. I just had to replace one of those, and all of a sudden it was fixed.
Something nice and cheap.
Nice and cheap. It was like a $60 fix, but of course my dumb ass was like, I guess I just need all new fucking spark plugs. It was another $85 on top of it because, why not? If you're in there, you might as well fucking change all that shit, right?
Right.
So yeah, $30 fix turned into a $100 and some fix and a case of beer for my roommate for swapping out all the spark plugs,
Well, that's always good when it's something small like that, and you can
Right.
just throw in the beer for the labor.
Yep.
Unfortunately, like with this, I can't just take it to the neighbor with the
Yep.
inkling to drink. But I've got to go ahead and take it down to the automaker. I've got to take it.
You have to go to the dealer?
I have to go to one of the dealers because they're the only ones that are going to be able to put in the proper parts if I want to keep the motor. Now, if I want to just do a full replacement and just have them lift it out and lift and drop it back in, there's plenty of mechanics that can do that.
Right.
But for my car, it's a flex fuel. It's a little more complicated, and it's very specific
gotcha.
Mopar make. So it's just annoying. I bought this car to save money and get the power. Unfortunately, when you do that, you're just making the wrong mistake.
I thought you were going to have a Tesla by now. This was the conversation
I
3
know,
years
right?
ago.
Right? That's I'm
I'm going to have a Tesla by the end of the year.
that was
This is the thing I love about the Fist. Not the fist, this fist sitting in front of me. He's a dreamer, and he's a hustler, and the world needs dreamers. That's why I like you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And, I won't stop on the grind to make sure it happens either. So
Right,
That's a
exactly.
big part of it.
Exactly. Now, we had talked about iFluxy, because you moved back to Iowa for a little while.
And Missouri.
Oh, that's right, and Missouri.
Yeah.
You got the fuck out of L.A.
Yep.
How was that for you?
You know what? It was a beautiful nightmare. It really
Okay.
was. Because I got a break from the hustle for
Yeah.
a little while. I mean, I was still hustling, and, I all of a
You
sudden
were.
became the big fish in the small pond all of a sudden again, which is why I left in the first place.
Right.
But and that's what brought me back. But at the same time, I got to breathe, and it was awesome because of that. But hey, man, listen, living on the Mason-Dixon line is not exactly my idea of a great retirement place. So I'm not going to try to work there either.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind retiring and in the middle of nowhere in Mississippi or fucking Alabama. I love it down there. I love the slow pace. I love the food. The little old ladies are so nice.
Right?
I went to the Elvis birth house, and I walked in and almost got to see boobies there.
Boobs where?
Not on him. Don't get excited.
No, it wasn't. I was waiting. There we go.
That's Rihanna. I didn't recognize her without a black eye. So I'm at the birth house. It's okay to laugh, Fist. It's okay. Come on, that was funny.
It's not okay for me to laugh, but I'm going to. So.
This is what I hate about network TV. You don't actually get to see the boobs. They'll show you side boob, but see, we got some side boob there.
Yes.
I'm cool with side boob. I'm hip. I'm with it. And there was this little old lady that was working because of. Pardon me. More side boob? Are we going to see a butt? This is great radio, by the way. Oh, dude, he's spanking it. He's spanking it. That's awesome. So this little old lady, literally the fucking Elvis's birth house is no bigger than our living room. It's tiny. It's a 2-room trailer, pretty much, is what it is. I mean, but it was a house. It wasn't a trailer. And there's a little old lady in there, and there's a fucking rope where you weren't allowed to stand behind this rope, even though the fucking room was 10 by 10, but she's like, oh, you go ahead, baby. I'll take the picture for you. Ooh, top boob. Oh yeah. Here we go. She's getting in the shower. Fist, if you need the lube, just let me know. It is right here.
I'm all right with not touching that.
That's all right.
A lot of insinuation going on with
Right,
this.
a lot of insinuation. It is A&E, so, I mean, we're not going to see any, spread eagle fucking beaver shots here. But, there's Rihanna's in the shower right now. Oh, we got top boob there. Top boob in the shower. They blurred out the nipples, unfortunately. That's always a bummer.
Well, photos and videos of Rihanna are out there available.
Yeah, they are, but this is actually kind of hotter because you can't see it.
Isn't that weird how that works?
I know. It's like the insinuation. It's like when you see a boob that you're not supposed to see, that makes it hotter than when a girl just goes, here, look at these. You know what I mean? You know exactly what I mean. Anyways, pardon me. I got distracted by a half-naked woman in the shower. But But yeah, I fucking love the South. I really do. It's just no way.
Right now is just tough generally. The environment there kind of sucks. But when I'm saying environment, I'm not talking about the air, the water, or anything. Just
right.
The environment with the people, the culture is just really... it's divisive as could be. It's worse than almost anywhere else.
Yeah, but the barbecue.
The barbecue is amazing.
Food. Oh, hey, Amber, welcome to the show. She is listening on her Android. Nothing wrong with the South. I used to hate it too.
No, don't get me wrong. I still love parts about it, Amber. My family lives there in I'd say south central part of Missouri, the probably northern edge of the South. But they live over there. I lived in Lake Ozark, Missouri for a little while. Beautiful, beautiful town. You start getting into the sticks, and it can be a little different for us city dwellers or us that like to live in the cities. But it's still beautiful. And, there's nothing better than a nice fishing trip or a nice camping trip out in the wild there.
Right.
It's great, but there's just some things that go on in those areas. I think it might be more of a Mason-Dixon line thing than it is a South thing.
That could be. See, when I was a bartender, I always said I made the best raspberry commies this side of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah.
And they were. They were fucking amazing. But I don't miss making them.
Right.
At all. Yeah, so you're in Missouri, you're in Iowa, dealing with fucking winter and all that bullshit. I mean, what originally drove you to go back there?
Family.
It was just family? Straight up family?
Family and just a life reset. I was, since I am a dreamer, I hit rock bottom in a lot of ways for what most people consider to be rock bottom. For me, I was having the time of my life. I was making stuff actually happen.
Yeah.
And if I wouldn't have made the sacrifices I did,
right,
I wouldn't be sitting here right now able to build iFluxy, and I actually have some film projects. Keep an eye out, folks. Add me on Facebook, whatever, follow me. I do have some major films that are there. They're primarily greenlit. We're just waiting on the triggers to be pulled now.
Right.
So if I wouldn't have made those sacrifices then, this stuff wouldn't be happening now.
Right, because before you went back, I mean, you were kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
I didn't know where the fuck is Fist living this week. Is he at the beach?
I literally was on the beach.
Yeah,
you
were. Dude, I want to talk about that. I mean, what was that experience like for you? I mean, because basically you're homeless.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I didn't see it as homeless at that point. I was camping on the beach, and I think I remember saying that to a couple
That's
guys.
Right. That's
even
right.
You.
That's a good point.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just camping. It's just going to be a couple weeks. I know somebody's going to come along and help me out. And,
yeah.
I'm working on this stuff. Sure enough, I scrounged up enough money to go ahead and get an office space. And I was just going to go ahead and do the whole pursuit of happiness thing and try to sleep in my office. I didn't even need to. The first day I was there, it was a shared office space, and this woman who sat down next to me looks over at me. I was freshly bathed and shaved and everything, so I don't know how she would have figured it out. Fresh laundry, everything. I spent the extra $20 to get that all done.
Yeah.
And she just looks at me and she goes, I think I need to take you home tonight. And it would normally be creepy, but then she followed it up with, I'm usually sitting next to people who are homeless for some reason, but are actually working to get stuff done. So I need to ask you, not to be weird, but this is, do you need my help? I'm just like, this is weird.
Yeah.
This is weird. And really everything for me at that time was like a spiritual journey, a spiritual reckoning of sorts. I started seeing things in a much different light, and everything kind of really started working out for me at that point.
It's weird. It's speaking of helping out, if you do want to donate to the show, izzy.presley@gmail.com is the PayPal. It's izzy.presley@gmail.com is your PayPal. It's not free to put on. I got bills too, so send me money. Some people do. You'd be surprised.
Right.
And thank you for that, by the way. Anybody that has ever donated to the show, thank you. Thank you very much. And bought T-shirts, which you should go buy right now on Teespring, Izzy Presley Productions.
Now, I noticed that happened shortly after I did something. Did you take notes or?
No.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I did something for iFluxy a little while back, probably about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Just trying to get people on board and get them behind it. And Teespring, I've been using it for a while too. But Yeah, I just noticed.
Yeah, I like it. It's easy. I mean, I would love to have like physical product here where somebody can just send me the money and I can send them out a shirt. And if I could just give shirts away, I'd do that. But yeah. $750 fucking ticket. Not going to happen.
Well, you're sitting here entertaining them. They should pay you for it.
I agree, but I will never charge for the show. I will never charge for the show. So what's the what's with iFluxy? I mean, what is the? I mean, obviously you talked about what you want to do. Is it always going to be a free service? Is it going to be a pay service? How are you going to do it?
It's going to be similar to a lot of the models out there. This is actually something that I can't disclose right now too much of.
Gotcha.
But I can tell you a lot of the models that are out there when it comes to music, we're going to be crossing over quite a bit. But we're also keeping things on the side of YouTube as much as possible.
Right.
But we don't want to do forced ads in the same way.
Right.
Where if you watch a 45-minute episode of something and somebody decides they want to put that out on YouTube, there's going to be forced advertisement if you want to make any money off of it. So there's a weird balance that you've got to come up with when you're trying to help create a form of monetization for the show creators. And then also make things accessible to the listeners. They don't want to be paying anything. We all want free stuff.
Right, exactly. But, I mean, especially once you get into the music side of it, you're going to have some fucking revenue coming in to pay BMI and paying ASCAP and all that stuff.
Yep, and that's all part of the deal. And there's ways to make money, and it's not just the T-shirts and the swag. And it's not just the advertising. There's other ways to do it. And with what I'm doing, I'm developing an app that's going to be I'm looking at being able to put this in the hands of any television station or radio station that needs to be able to have full interaction and have all the functions that I'm going to have, and they'll be able to license it from me. So I'll be able to make money from stuff like that as well. It's not just a one-stop shop. It's a one-stop shop that has functionalities that nobody else has.
It's the most annoying phrase in advertising, by the way.
Well, that's all right.
One-stop shop.
Well, it's a.
I wasn't ripping. I wasn't ripping on you. I wasn't cutting down your pitch right there. I'm just saying that in advertising in general, that's the most annoying phrase.
It is.
That's because I used to be in fucking radio and your one-stop shop. It's like, oh Jesus Christ, why don't we have another fucking business use that in the same town? Well,
it works.
Like 10 businesses. Yeah, we're your one-stop shop. It's like, oh my.
Oh, the Midwest is worse for that. And I think that's where I picked that up from.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, it's all over out here, too.
I don't hear it that often.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I don't listen to any local radio anymore because it's fucking horrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm not listening to radio much at all anymore.
Yeah, I actually, all I listen to is I listen to K-Fan out of Minneapolis because it's not all sports. They talk about a lot of different shit, too. And it's entertaining. It's funny, it's entertaining, and it's well thought out, and smart. It's just good shit. Common Man in the afternoons, and then fucking Barrero after him. Or I'm listening to like NHL channel on fucking Sirius, or the Elvis channel because
a lot of satellite radio, and then
your
your paid apps. I'm using those, the Discovery apps. That's the big one, and that's actually where I found a lot of my inspiration for what I'm doing with iFluxy. I'm finding all my friends are the same way. Hop in a car, they have the radio switched over the second they hop in. They hit the auxiliary button, even if they have a 1996 Honda Civic. That's what they're doing now, and might as well ride the wave. I figure that's what we're all looking for with podcasting, radio, just everything, even television. We're starting to move that same route where we're all casting from our phones. Right.
Well, and look, I was on the show. When I was back home, Steel Toe Morning Show. It's on every Monday through Friday from, Elvis time, which is Central Time. It's 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Rockin' 101. You can stream it live on rockin101.com or through the TuneIn radio app. It's a station that I used to be on. And Aaron Immelt, the host of the show, it's like he always says that, and he's dead on. People can listen to anything they want to listen to at any fucking time when it comes to music. Why are they going to tune into a fucking radio station to hear the same shit over and over and over? It's like you have to entertain people. There has to be an entertainment value. But the problem is radio is so far away from that now because it's all corporate. They have liner jocks, and it's like they're paying these people minimum wage to go in and fucking read a 30-second read that, hey, everybody, that was Bang Tango, and here's some Wang Chung. And that's it. That's it. There's no entertainment. They can't. Being a disc jockey isn't being a disc jockey anymore. You press a button. You're not live. It's not entertaining. You have to be entertaining. And I think that's one of the reasons that podcasting, and I'm stealing this straight from Imwalt, by the way, too. But I mean, that's one of the reasons that podcasting is such an important tool nowadays. But that's another reason that there's so many people in it as well. But people want entertainment value, and you don't get that with radio.
No, not at all. And there's a reason podcasting is on the rise. I was just looking at stats the other day since I'm building the company up. There's actually 64, or is it right around 60% of radio and music listening is coming now indirectly through podcasting.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
Everything's on the rise right now when it comes to podcasting. It is the single fastest growing industry in the United States and possibly the world. I think the research is only pertaining to the United States that I was looking at. But it's ridiculous, and it's because of that entertainment value.
Right. I mean, but there's a reason that this show is called Another Fucking Podcast, because everybody has a fucking podcast. But this is the thing, too, and Imolt's dead on about this, too. I'm not going to try to make this as like, I'm coming up with this brilliant fucking spewing right here. But a lot of people's like, all right, I'm going to get a fucking podcast, and I'm going to be fucking famous. It's like, no, you're not. You're not.
Nope.
No, you're not. The people that have successful podcasts that make a lot of money are people that are already famous.
And that's part of why iFluxy is coming around, too, is because I want to be able to create a professional atmosphere, a professional idea that can be distributed for people. And it's not something where I'm just going to accept anybody to come on board and just distribute because you say so.
Right.
Or just because you're famous either. You've got to have quality content.
That helps. But you're doing something. You're doing something like UFC stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. We've got one show, MMA Power Hour. The host, Colin Crandall, is amazing at what he does. I was actually surprised. I asked him if he wanted to do a podcast because he just knew everything about MMA. Sure enough, this guy has a background in acting. And
oh, wow. That always helps.
Yeah. His goal in life was always to do something in radio, actually. So his passion and his drive for this is just amazing. But the type of guests that we've had so far are a blessing, a huge blessing for iFluxy. While we're working on the development side of things, we're able to bring a lot of credibility and credence to what we're doing because he's got top UFC fighters, Bellator fighters, top MMA fighters across the board here who've come on board already. Pat Miletich is a huge name. A lot of people in Iowa and the Midwest know who he is. He is a UFC champion who's coached a very large number of UFC fighters, very successful ones. We've got another one coming on here in a few weeks that's already signed on board, Ed Suarez, an even bigger name. We also have Jimmy Smith, who is kind of the Joe Rogan equivalent for Bellator Fighting, which is the second largest fighting organization in the MMA world.
Okay.
So it is all very credible stuff that's going on with just this one podcast to get us kicked off and running. So we're super stoked and excited to get it going and keep it going.
And you guys, you have just more than that. You have a couple other shows on there currently, correct?
Yes, currently. And then right now I'm doing Lionfist Live, which is me just kind of bullshitting, kind of doing the same thing that we're doing around here with another effing podcast. But we've got another one that is Bedtime Stories with Creepy Bex. It is kind of following the same format as Creepypasta. There we go.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, Creepypastas is a bunch of really short stories, maybe 15 minutes at max, but they have people sending in scary stories. And some of them aren't scary. Most of them, I'm not talking about Creepy Bex here. I'm talking about Creepypastas. Some of them aren't scary, but most of them are. In a way,
right?
At least if you're sitting at home and smoking, you're gonna sit back and at least think that you're scared for a second,
right? Right. At
least that level of scared. So, it is interestingly one of the largest followings on the internet right now, and Creepy Bex is kind of jumping on that same train of thought, that same platform of sorts, but it's just going to be her stuff,
right?
And it's going to be unique to her. And then also we have a show with our mutual friend that we sat down with, Scotty. He's having a show. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's just Common Scotty.
Okay.
Is what it is, and it's the idea of coming to a common grounds with all the different issues at hand right now, instead of trying to pull this bullshit
there's
far
a
right or
there's
far
a
left.
fucking progressive concept.
Well, it's not even progressive. It's anti-progressive, and it's anti all of it. It's like, let's just fucking get along, guys.
I know that. Yes, I agree. Thank you. Because oh my god, it's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just I see anything political, I'm like, oh my god, I don't care which side it's on. I'm just like, no, I don't want to fucking read it. I'm sick of it.
Right.
I'm sick of it. But I did see something hilarious today that I got to show you. Hold on, where is it? Steel. I put this up on this private page. Where is it?
You're looking hard.
There we go.
Oh wow. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
With my girlfriend, actually, and
I don't care who you is. That's funny.
It's hilarious.
That's funny.
Well, there's a lot of this white man privilege talk going on, and
don't get me started.
Yeah, no, it kind of goes along with the lines with that and who's saying what.
Right.
I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, but it was. I'm sorry. I don't care what it is. Funny is funny.
It is.
Funny
it's
is
hilarious.
funny. That's all there is to it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break for a minute right after I tell you about beater amplification. Right behind your head, Fist, is an amp. It's called Beater, and it is a fucking hand-wired amplifier that blows your fucking head off and sounds fucking amazing. Beater amplification, it's Beeter. I am proud to be their very first signed artiste and use that fucking Beater amp whenever I get the chance. These things are amazing. They're hand-wired. They're 100 watts, but you can pull 2 of those fucking tubes in there, and all of a sudden you got a 50 watter. It's amazing. And the sound just cuts. And if you listen to the Patrick Kennison episode, or even the Brian Forsyth episode a couple weeks ago, any guitar player that I have on, they plug in. I make them play through it, and they fucking love it. So check that out. Beater Amplification, Beeter. You can find them on Facebook, and I think their website takes you straight to Facebook now. But hey, it helps get the word out. So we will be right back with the one and only Lionfist. It is another fucking podcast.
Retro Arcade brings Minnesota and surrounding areas arcade games from the days gone by. All of those great games from pizza joints and arcades are available in cocktail units and custom machines. Dozens of favorites from your youth in one machine to complete your game room or man cave. Retro Arcade also sells and services your favorite pinball machines. Find them at facebook.com/80arcade. That's facebook.com/80arcade. Retro Arcade. Your youth is just one click away.
Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level with their tees and tanks for men and women. They also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com. All right, and we are back with Lionfist, who is currently playing on his phone instead of paying attention to me. But that's probably what most of you are doing at the same time. I just have this idiot on in the background, and I'll just watch porn or something and ignore him. But, you got to do what you got to do. Oh, I got to see this. All right, Coach, what did you send me? This is hilarious. Morton Downey Jr. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to watch this. All right, Coach, I know you're not listening to this, but, I've seen this. This is one with Ace Frehley and Scott Ian and Joey Ramone. It's a fucking great episode. Remember Morton Downey Jr.? Remember that show?
No.
You don't remember this?
No.
Oh my God, he was on in. He was on in the I want to say late 80s. They had him at WrestleMania one year. He was a loudmouth. It was great. It was awesome.
Oh, you mean when that was actually allowed?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, like 1989. Yeah, fucking dude. This you gotta check out some of the old Morton Downey Jr. shit. It was fucking great. It was awesome. He smoked a stogie, and it was just fucking killer. I think Roddy Piper, when he was at WrestleMania, fucking hit him with a fucking fire extinguisher because he had that cigar. It was funny. It was good stuff.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, rest in peace, Hot Rod. All right. All right, so yeah, you got just those 3 shows. Do you have more coming? Do you have...
We have a lot more coming. Hopefully we can get you on there with us.
Yeah, I would like to. I would love to. I mean, we've talked about it. Not exactly sure what the premise is going to be. Not exactly sure who my partner is going to be. But you know, we'll get that figured out. I've got a couple ideas.
There you go.
You know, because I don't want to do that one alone. I mean, this is because I do what I do on this show, but I think to have a premise that's like completely different, because you know, like Corolla does, he's got his main show, but then he does the show with Dr. Drew, and then he'll do like fucking Ace on the House and like his car show and shit like that. So I gotta spread out a little bit from another effing podcast. But yeah, I would fucking love to do it, man.
Awesome.
I really would.
Awesome. Well, we'd love to add you to the roster here. We do have also Savage Podcast, which is an entrepreneur that his name's Johnny Langford. He really stands up and gives you a lot of this motivational speaking that you're hearing all over the place. But it's a really good podcast if you're an entrepreneur, to kind of keep yourself going and
right.
just keeping up with the Joneses, really, and looking at who the Joneses really are when it comes to other entrepreneurs and seeing what's going on there.
Right.
So that's another podcast. We do have multiple others that are being developed right now as we speak. The people are working on them. We've got one is an art history one, which really, I know that sounds kind of lame, but when we get into the stories of art history, the stories can be beyond exciting.
Right.
We start talking about people cutting their own ears off and, sleeping with their nieces and nephews and crazy stuff that starts wars all across the world.
Right.
Art history can be kind of
Yep.
insane. So that could be fun, and that's being worked on. Unfortunately, a lot of these show formats do require a lot of pre-production.
Right.
So we have a lot in pre-production when it comes to the actual shows right now. One of the biggest things that I try to keep reminding everybody about right now is just kind of stay on board, hang on with iFluxy while we have the few shows that are there. The main point of iFluxy is more of a vast distribution and being able to develop careers, and we can show people with the few that we have there right now. And as we add maybe 1 or 2 a month, which is what's going to be happening through the end of the year, they'll be really able to show what's going on, and everybody that's watching and listening will be able to recognize fully that we've got professional careers, we've got distribution going out, we've got the development process, everything that makes it professional versus amateur.
Right.
The everybody's doing it. Yeah. the everybody's doing it idea is actually kind of bullshit, because not everybody is.
Right.
But the fact that so many people are is kind of watering it down right now.
Right. Look, I say that as a joke.
Yeah,
obviously.
but it's true with all
true
with all the celebrities.
It's funny because it's true.
And there's enough legitimacy to that, but it's also in a certain circle of people in LA that are doing all the podcasting.
Right.
And there's tons of it, but the fact that I'm setting up podcasting and all, I'll go out and talk to people. And tell you what, listen, you and I were talking about a partnership that I'm working on right now that is a huge one. I mean, somebody that was tied in with Super Bowl commercials and actually one of the sponsors of a lot of the Super Bowl events. I have a serious interest from somebody in a partnership that was involved with one of these companies into iFluxy, just because I'm doing podcasting at all. And I've explained the business plan more, and they're like, "Oh, wow, this is kind of okay. Yeah, let's talk about this." So there's a lot of relevance to the idea of being able to make it not what everybody else is doing. And it's not just in a show format or what you're saying or what you're doing. In fact, we could all come up with something creative time and time again. That doesn't mean shit. There's a million different ideas out there, and we all have ideas. But how are you presenting your idea? And that's the point of iFluxy, to bring the quality to the table, to be able to help out. And we're doing full software development. So when we're looking at your Spreaker app or desktop app here that we're looking at right now, it's pretty minor in comparison to what the functions of my desktop app are already able to perform.
Right.
So when you start really piecing this all together, we've just got something so much more credible than all these bullshit podcasts that you're talking about.
Right.
When everybody's
the thing with like this is it's simple.
It is.
You got yours, which is obviously a little bit more fucking
studio-ish,
but you can teach a monkey how to use this.
Right.
But that's the draw to this too.
Yeah. And that's what gets people excited. Now, one of the things I'm doing is not just the studio aspect, but being able to provide the software so that people can, in a user-friendly manner, so that they can compress. That's one of the big ones, so that they can go ahead and do that online.
I don't have those hooked up yet. I got 2 compressors sitting in the closet that I have to get hooked up yet.
Well, it happens. Such is life.
Right.
But, what if you didn't have to hook up that compressor to get it done?
Right.
That's the kind of things that I'm working on here with iFluxy, and we're going to be able to bring people a much more awesome experience as a listener, and also people will be able to be a lot more proud of their own work that they've created. So we're just working hard right now and diligently on creating the software for everybody. I know I'm pretty informational. I'm a nerd. Excuse me, guys.
No.
Yeah. I mean, when you're 15 years old developing your own software in your parents' basement, and you've been doing it ever since. I was actually thinking back just yesterday, and I posted about it on Facebook. 18 years ago, yeah, I'm young enough, but old enough. 18 years ago, I was in my parents' basement, hooked up a VHS recorder to the computer before this was a thing. And since nobody had done it, I went ahead and I was trying to. It was for a science project, I think, for a biology class. We had to create a commercial. Well, I wanted to create one using my computer and my camera that my parents had. I wrote some software and made some live stream software so that people could watch it and help me edit it in these IRC chat rooms.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, when we're talking IRC chat rooms, if you don't know what that is now, guys, that's called the darknet. That's where you find your secrets. But
that's where you find the good porn.
Yeah. I don't know about good porn.
I know.
Watch out when you're looking into the porn there. You might get in trouble. But, there's just a lot of nerdery, is what I like to call it, that I didn't realize I didn't how much of a nerd I was until yesterday. It's like, Sylvester came along and hit me upside the head with a baseball bat. So all of a sudden I know I was almost knocked out. I was surprised that
you played Dungeons and Dragons when you were a kid, didn't you?
No, actually, I avoided all of that. I just sat there at a computer. I didn't do and I'm in the age group where Pokemon started taking off. I'll tell you what, the craziest I got was Pogs in 5th grade.
Okay.
So no, I didn't do any nerd style stuff like that. I was enough of an athlete. I was your big fish in a small pond who tried to, survive amongst everybody and small town shit.
I know. I know.
You're not going to do it by being a nerd. So
right, exactly.
I was that closet nerd. Just
well, you're definitely in the closet.
Well,
Yeah.
You can talk to my girlfriend about that, but
does she have a large penis?
She has a giant penis.
That's hot.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
Hot.
Most importantly, boobs.
So how long were you getting back to your little stint back home? How long were you back home between Missouri and Iowa?
It was a year and 3 months.
Okay.
It wasn't too long, but it wasn't too short either. It was enough time for me to do a reset, get out there. I did meet a girl while I was out there who's not my current girlfriend, but we got along quite well, and she was wanting to get behind my dreams. And she's like, let's go to California, and I was ready. I was getting tired of the Midwest again.
Yep.
And I came back, and here I am.
I'm back for 2 days or 4 days, and it's like 2 days in. I'm like, God, I gotta get back to fucking LA.
Right.
Can't handle this.
Oh, and I had moments like that when I was back there in that year and a half or whatever it was, a little less. It sucks. It's not the people so much. It really isn't.
Right. It's not the people. It's just the fact that it's like, I just like having options.
Right.
I like being in a land of opportunity where you're not just smothered. Okay, I guess I'll go work at the fucking mill.
Right.
Or whatever. I like the fact that I can, like, tonight, I'm going to go to the Viper Room and watch this fucking, this jam, where you got some people in some of these bigger bands that are down there fucking playing, or like, shit. I mean, just a couple weeks ago when I had Aiden Ashley on, the porn star.
Right.
We're here hanging out. We had a couple pops, beers, shots of Jack Daniels and other stuff, and alcohol wise. And she's like, "Well, do you want to go to fucking Steel Panther?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to go to Steel Panther. Let's do this." 'Cause I had to sing at the fucking Viper Room later that night, anyways. And so all of a sudden, we're at Steel Panther, and she got on the list through the stage manager, so we have all access. I'm fucked up. I'm hammered.
Right.
By the end of the show, right? So we go rolling backstage. I should not be going anywhere near where there might be actually famous people at this point because I'm fucking hammered. So we roll backstage. First person I see is Ron Jeremy, which I see all over the fucking place.
Right. Every other night.
Hedgehog at the Rainbow, yeah. And I think I told this story on the last show, but I'm going to tell it again anyway. So we get backstage, and in a circle is Sophie Simmons, Gene's daughter, Jeff Ross, the comedian, the guy that does all the roasts on Comedy Central, and Drew Carey. And I thought it was a brilliant idea to jump into that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't go very well.
I believe it.
I remember I there was a lull, and I tapped Sophie on the shoulder. I'm like, "You're Sophie." It's like, "Yeah, what's your name?" I'm like, "Izzy Presley, good to see you." And Jeff Ross, "You were the first celebrity I met." And it just went downhill from there. But I'm like, "Okay, you guys have a glorious evening. Take care now. Bye-bye then." It did.
Well, that's the kind of fun that we can get in out here, and it's like...
Right, exactly.
You just said, I could sit here and go back to the Midwest and tell people, you know what, my favorite place to go is Rainbow Bar and Grill. I hang out there like every other weekend, and I run into people you could not imagine out here. Like, I didn't know it before I came out. Now I'm out here, and it's like, whatever.
It's like, all right, cool. I was there. It was the week of Christmas. My good buddy and good friend of the show. Yes, Lori. Exit, stage left even. I was hanging out with Ace Von Johnson from Faster Pussycat, one of my best friends. And, of course, he's been on the show many, many times. And we're just sitting there. It was like right around his birthday, and it was like right around Christmas. And all of a sudden, walking by comes Danzig and X-Pac, the wrestler. I'm like, X-Pac was here? Huh. What do you know? X-Pac. Sean Waltman. Out of the fucking blue. But who's he there with? Fucking Danzig.
No shit.
Boom. It's just like, all right, cool. Yeah, that's L.A.
Yeah, that is the thing about L.A., and that's one of the beautiful things about being out here. And the Midwest, hey, it's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful because it looks beautiful. That's it. I'm just going to be real about it.
But you know what? The people are good. Especially, where the upper Midwest where we're from, the people are really, really good.
Oh, yeah.
But God, those fucking accents. Oh.
I don't have that Minnesotan accent.
No, you do not.
No.
You do not. But it was like, God, I'm talking to, like, you go to the fucking gas station, go to, like, Super America or something, and okie dokie. Is that all you need there, Pally? Is like, oh, my God, stop. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm saying no woman outside of the upper Midwest has ever heard the phrase, oh, yeah, oh, for sure, going fishing up there to Mille Lacs there this weekend and thought, you know what? I really need his cock in my ass. It just doesn't happen.
Well, no.
No, it doesn't. See, Fist knows. Fist agrees. All right, so we are rolling up in 1 hour. How can they find iFluxy?
For now, boys and girls, it's going to be iFluxy New Media. That is IFLUXY, New Media. And just use Facebook for that. Just Facebook the shit.
There you go.
That's where we're going for now. Eventually, we'll have the application available on iTunes and Amazon and everywhere else. Desktop apps. If you're going to be looking for that, just keep an eye out. Just go to the Facebook page for now. Don't worry about the rest.
Cool. And all the shows right now are on Facebook.
Yep. And we actually do them all live. You can kind of just check it out, figure it out as we're moving along. We've got a few that are current, and we've got others that will be building up here over the next months.
Cool. And it's not downloadable at this point?
It is not, but if you get a hold of us with a message, it's small enough that we're really just focusing on the development. But we'll send you the free copies for now.
Right. Well, I mean, if you got that live link up on Facebook, though, you can scroll back and watch some of the
it's the same concept, but
yeah.
At some point, we're also going to be losing some ground there, and I'll just be doing some shout-outs on past episodes and stuff. And this is just temporary, folks. We are working on developing the actual app.
Cool. It's good to hear.
Yep.
I can't wait to figure out a show to do, because I got to do something different. And this is the cool thing about podcasting, is you're seeing a lot of these different shows pop up now that are more than just like this, or like these celebrity shows where they just go on and talk about fucking their lives and they have guests in and talk about that, basically what I fucking do. But you're seeing like the fucking stories show that What's Her Chops is doing on your fucking show. This is how good I retain stuff.
Bedtime stories with creepy Bex.
There you go. I mean, you're seeing shows pop up like ghost, UFO shows, ghost shows. It just all this cool new content is coming out, and it's great that you're kind of branching out into that stuff with it.
Yeah, and I see a lot of opportunity, so I'm just going to keep it up for everybody out there, and everybody that's listening. Definitely keep up with us, and you'll have some fun and see Izzy over there with a show or two.
Eventually it's going to happen. Like I said, don't know what it's going to be about or who my co-host is going to be, but we'll get that shit figured out. The Lionfist himself, Adam Roorda. Roorda. There you go. Check out iFluxy. Hit that address one more time.
That is iFluxy New Media. Just go to Facebook, iFluxy New Media in the search bar.
All right, there you go. And then, of course, go to your PayPal app and send me money. izzy.presley@gmail.com. Is if all of like 15 people that are listening to the show right now. Oh wait, let's see how many we got now. 17, 18 people. If all of you sent me $50, be paid off no problem. I only have to get $750 by Thursday.
Help the man out, boys.
Help
and
the
girls.
man out. All right, I'm gonna hit the outro music here. So, all you gotta do is go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/another effing podcast. And of course, the personal page, which is Izzy Presley1, Izzy_Presley on the Twitter machine on my quest for 1 million followers. Hit me up on Instagram. I think I have a Pinterest account I used to post on. I don't know. Buy t-shirts. They are on Teespring. That link is up on the Facebook page. Thank you again for all of your support. Next week, I think I'm going to have, it's going to be confirmed this week, but I think I have Hal Sparks coming in the studio. Hal Sparks. You have no fucking clue who Hal Sparks is, do you? Go back to the beach. You guys know who Hal Sparks, though. That is all that fucking matters. And got some other big names coming up in the next couple weeks, too. My name is Izzy Presley. I will see you next week, and if you're in LA this week, I will see you at Soundcheck Live at Lucky Strike Live Wednesday night. It is the truth, folks. I do, in fact, love you all.